Hey everyone, welcome back to Silent Hill 2 Remake. I took a little break from this to play other things, but we are back now. So last time we left off, I believe we still have to get the third bracelet for the hand in the director's office. Yeah, we still can't do that puzzle because we don't have the necessary button for that cabinet there. Yeah, so we're missing one. Actually, we're missing two bracelets. I thought it was just one. Okay, let's take a look at the map and see where we are. So we've explored all of the second floor. We still need the third floor and the first floor. And what key items do we have? Oh, we have the bent needle, but we don't have the medical cord yet. We need that to pick up the earlobe key from the drain in the pharmacy, and also a pyramid has to be the one who knocks us down there. We can't do it on our own, so I guess we gotta head upstairs next to the third floor. I think we already went in the Matrix wall, didn't we? The one where James just slides down like a whole floor. I think we already went in there, didn't we? Yeah, because it's open. So we did go into L1. So there's something in the pool. I think that's the other bracelet. Okay, so I think we can go, oh, hell no. Hell no. Let's get the hell out of here. God damn it, they're already here. Where did all those nurses come from? Oh yeah, there's Laura.
Hey, are you okay?
Go away!
Don't be afraid, I just want to talk.
Yeah, James, we just want to talk with the little brat, that's all. Gotta get used to playing this again. I was playing Silent Hill 3 where the run button is an entirely different it's an entirely different control. I forgot you gotta use L1 to run in this one. And I was also playing Alan Wake where I think you gotta press in the analog stick to run. Let's switch off that flashlight, see if we can ambush someone. We gotta get him while there's still God damn, is it really coming up the freaking stairs? Really? No, I think it's staying down there. It's just the noise echoing. That's fine. We can deal with it if it's just noise. I just don't want to waste a lot of time and effort beating them up.
Ah.
Oh yeah, as always, let's make sure the radio is switched off first. Okay, it is. Just want to be sure. Just want to be sure everything's in proper order. There's one right there. We think we can ambush her. There we go. Take that, squish nurse. God damn it, I keep pressing the left analog stick to run. I keep forgetting this is not Alan Wake 2. Alright, we got the inner ward key. I'm checking to see where the glimpses and the memos and the strange photos are, so I can keep an eye out for them. One of them I believe is up here. Yes, the X-ray memo. Let's unlock this door. Even though we probably shouldn't, we should probably just leave it locked so that a nurse can't get in there. Oh well, it's too late now. Damn, we got 40 health drinks. And we're gonna lose like 20 of them fighting the tow monster with just our pipe. Okay, so we know we gotta rotate this one. Put it here. The skull goes right here. There's the X-ray memo. That's just telling us about the mode X-ray we gotta find. And we have this, but we can't really do much with it right now. I believe it's this way. But it won't work until we have the other X-ray. Okay, so now we gotta head to the inner ward. We explored everything here. We gotta head to the inner ward so we can get the remaining memos and also find that other moldy X-ray. Anyone in here? Nope. Gotta keep an eye out because those mannequins be hiding still. They're so still you can't even see them most of the time. It's like that meme with like a bear or a cat hiding behind this visibly obvious pole, and basically the tagline always says, as long as you stay still, they can't see you. Something was very wrong with that patient. And now James has noted it in his little map. Okay, so D3 I believe is locked. Oh, where are they? Oh, it's not locked because there's disturbing noises coming from in there, so it's not locked. I want to see if we can get her when she starts to spasm. Stay away from the window, James. Here we go. Ooh. God damn. Okay, so we're still in green because James is built like a tank in this version, but she got us good. I don't want to use a health drink just yet because Since we're going to be encountering a lot more enemies, and we're also going to be going to a boss probably within the next half hour, so it's better to just save it and use a full heal rather than use one health drink. You know, and we're potentially wasting that health drink. We know hydrotherapy is locked. We also know the rooftop is locked. Where was the other stairwell? The one leading up to the rooftop. Hey, we missed some bullets. Nice. Okay, so this one, that's locked. We don't have the key yet. Yeah, looks like we have to go down to the first floor in the inner ward. Okay, so it's still locked, so we gotta go the long way. You think we can just run across? Let's just ignore her. Yeah, we're just gonna run straight down. Or we could take the elevator. Okay, so there's a memo in the doctor's lounge that we have to get. There's also a strange photo in the exam room. Oh, here they come. Here they come. She's slowly dragging herself over here. Ah, god damn, of course there's two of them. What is that powder floating in the air? Is that asbestos? Are we gonna get lung cancer from hanging out here? I want to see if she's really gonna come all this way. Where'd she go? There's one. Damn, of course she started doing her little spaz dance over here. But we couldn't go hit her because the other one was right there. She was following, so she would have spotted us. Okay, so this one locked the door. Maybe we can ambush the other one. God damn it, of course. They just don't want to leave each other alone. And we can't ambush them from the front either. It doesn't matter if they're doing that hit spasm thing or not. We can't ambush them that way. We have to wait our turn. Got her. Just gotta be patient and wait our turn. When we hear that noise, that's when we strike. Where is she? I wonder if we can hide behind this pillar. Yeah, she's right there. I wonder if we hide, is she gonna see us or not? Nope. We're out of here, James. Sorry for turning the light on and off, but I'm just trying to ambush these nurses. There, we can't get her now because if we do, the door opening is gonna make a noise and alert her. Yeah, she'll hear you opening the door, and that's when she knows you're right there. So we have to wait until she goes back the opposite direction. Oh, it was perfect right there. Got her. I'm surprised nobody has raised a stink about the violence against women in this game. You know someone would find something to complain. I guess the fact that it's monster nurses are make it okay, but you know somebody would, somewhere out there on the internet would complain. They complain about everything. What is this? The 3 crucial patients. Okay, so there's one room that's supposed to open. It hasn't opened yet, so I guess we just go straight to the inner ward. That is not the inner ward. Did we get everything there was to get in here? Let's check out the locker room. That's locked. Let's ambush this fine lady right over here. Open this door so we can make our escape route if necessary. Someone is coming. Oh, it's just a spitter. We can hit him. Yeah, these guys can't fight back as effectively because they've got no arms, so it's the nurses we need to worry about. This was about a patient who committed suicide. All this stuff in here is obviously referencing patients like Angela and Eddie and James. It may not be exactly them, but that's what it's referencing. Oh, and there's the keypad combination note. One more memo we can cross out. Look at the large floppy disk. Not even a regular floppy disk. The large ones. Do you remember those? I remember when we had to use those in computers in the early 90s. Sometimes they would have fun programs on them, but more often than not, you just needed them to store information. You know, back then, like a whole megabyte was considered a huge amount of storage capacity. You know, 512 megabytes of RAM was pretty high back then. Now that's a joke. Not even the smallest thumb drives come in that size, unless they're old ones you have left over from previous time periods. Speaking of time periods, it was my birthday yesterday. It went not bad, I suppose. I won $50 from an online game and then ate some cake. Got a couple nice things as birthday gifts. I don't ask for too much nowadays, you know, because life sucks so much. It's the little things that count. I already have everything pretty much I want as far as games and movies and stuff like that. Plus, I ordered a couple more games. I ordered the Alan Wake 2 physical edition. It's gonna be here tomorrow. I finally got Stellar Blade, like I said on our previous video. The only thing left is Persona 3 Reload. I'm just gonna have someone buy that for me for Christmas, so I'll just order it for them now. Now that it's really dirt cheap, it's $24.99, and it's even less on Target because Target gives you 5% on the card plus have an additional 5% off for my birthday bonus. So it ends up coming out to about $23 on Target, and that's before I use any gift cards to lower the price. So I just ask someone to give me that I'll order it now, but then they won't give it to me until December 25th. Because I'm not going to have time to play for it anyway. You know, we have so many long games to play. We have got to finish Alan Wake 2, got to start Final Fantasy Rebirth, got to finish Final Fantasy Remake. So we're not going to have time to play Persona 3 Reload for a long while. We know the shower room is locked. This is all locked. But we should probably eliminate the monsters over here first. Is it a nurse or is it a... Let's see if she turns around. Oh, let's unlock this. That way she won't see us. Oh shit, there's a nurse in the fucking stairwell. God damn. Let's get out of here, James. There's a nurse in the stairwell. You could hear her coming. Maybe it was a bad idea to unlock that particular door just yet. We should have just saved it. I can see her. I can see one of them. Let's see if she starts spazzing out. Oh, she did, but we were too late. I wanted to just turn around the opposite direction so we could just ambush her quickly from behind. Nope. Nope. The hell with that. Remember, we're trying to conserve health because we're going to take a lot of hits during the boss fight. I don't want to use the chainsaw to cheese it because that would be stupid. You know, you just kill the boss in one hit. That's no challenge. But the same... Oh, she's right there. God damn. Can she hear us if we open the door? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, there was no getting around that one. I think it was just, there's no way to ambush her. Because she moves so fast. See, here she comes again. She's just too ready for you. There's no way to ambush her. It'll be one thing if we could use our gun, but we can't, so... See if we can slowly sneak up behind her. Got her. Oh, that's why there's a nurse there, because that's the kitchen. Oh, there's all sorts of monsters over there. So we gotta stay away from the stairwell and we gotta stay away from the kitchen so far. Yeah, we're just gonna go over here. Is it a nurse or is it a spitter? It is a nurse. At least the door lets us keep an eye on her, sort of. We can peek in there. I played a bit of Silent Hill 3 yesterday, the original on the PS2. Is she really coming all this way, really? She really is coming all this way, come on. That's one thing I don't like about the nurses here, the way they roam the halls. And you just, damn, she's right here. She would be right here, wouldn't she? This is run right past her. Really? Looks like we didn't pound this one enough. She needed a bit more of a pounding. Yeah, I played at Silent Hill 3. Still fun. Especially because I was using the bonus weapons. I really wanted to play 1, but unfortunately I couldn't get it to run. The PlayStation 2 would not record with the Elgato software. So it wouldn't record. God damn. You know what, whatever, let's just... Fine, let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, there's some cigarette butts there. I never even noticed that they had an ashtray there. Yeah, I first tried to do it. I first tried hooking up my PS3 to Elgato, but I completely forgot how to do that. I completely forgot which cable it is that lets you do that, and you gotta reset the whole You gotta reset the whole PS3 visual settings. So I could not figure out how to do it. I'm gonna have to look into it one day. Just take a whole day to figure out how to record, because I did it before. I just don't remember, and I don't remember which cord actually lets you use it. The specific cord that came with the Elgato software, but I have no idea which one it is right now. There's like 20 cords lying on the floor over here, so I got no clue. So I got no idea how to do that. And then also, then I tried to switch over to the PS2 and just play the PlayStation 1 disc on the PS2, and no, that didn't work either. Every time we would reach the opening cinematic, it would just keep getting stuck. I couldn't even make it into the beginning of the game. It just wouldn't progress. Here's the drain that we need to pick. The ear key. Why can't James just grab something from here and just tie it around the bent needle and just lower it down? What does it have to be a freaking medical tube? It can just be anything. It could be like a piece of curtain like that, or a rag or something. Just improvise, man. Just grab the first thing you can. There's a mannequin lurking around somewhere nearby. Oh, and there's one lying on the ground, a spitter. Got him. Rain is always difficult to render realistically in games, isn't it? I know Metal Gear Solid 2 did it pretty well on the PS2, but it's always difficult to render rain for some reason. I suppose this looks convincing enough. Although it's still what game? That's a good question. What game has the best individual rain effect? What game really makes you go, yeah, this is exactly what rain is supposed to look like? We're gonna go in here, even though it's ill-advised. There's the small chest with the drug inside, White Claudia. I'd say this looks okay. Also, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero has some really realistic looking rain. So does Metal Gear Solid 5. Yeah, what other rain effects are really good. It kind of makes you go, wow, that's some realistic looking rain. I can't think of too many games. I think games kind of tend to avoid it because it's a graphical drain. So where's this mannequin? Oh, there it is right there. Like, we don't see him. Oh. Who is getting up? So was there anything here, or did we even need to come here at all? I think we could have just skipped that enemy. I don't think we needed to fight them at all. We're not going into that pool just yet. We don't have the key for that. Let's see if there's a health drink or something else here or not. Nope, it is empty. So the theory a lot of fans have is wrong, that you do not get any health item in there whatsoever in that particular cabinet. It's completely empty, no matter which difficulty you choose. There's the medical tube. We can use that for shunting, like in society. Trying to grab the items without triggering the mannequin there. Oh boy, it's gonna get worse at the prison. Oh yeah, I don't think we opened the door, didn't we? To the pharmacy? Let's combine this and the bent needle. Medical tube with bent needle attached. Now we can dig that up. It's funny, that green stuff is there because in the original it was supposed to be blood, but then apparently I think either Japanese censorship laws or American censorship laws, one of those, they thought they were gonna throw a fit over that sink, so they just changed it to green. Made it just some green goo lying on the floor, but it was supposed to be actual blood around the drain, which would make a lot more sense, you know, given the surroundings. Alright, we fished out the ear key. Also, apparently they put Dino Crisis on PS1 on the PSN network for people besides just PS Plus subscribers. Because until this time, until yesterday pretty much, you needed PS Plus to be able to play Dino Crisis. Now you can actually buy it outright, so I wonder if I should give it a shot. It was never my favorite game. I much prefer Dino Crisis 2. You know? I like the second game. It's a pure action game. It's pretty fun to play even if it's janky. You got some very cool weapons there. You got this awesome anti-tank gun that you can use against the dinosaurs. You've got a whole bunch of dinosaur species, so you almost never see the same dinosaurs twice in like the same room or area. It's always different levels of dinosaurs, different species. Oh, she's just rocking out over there. Yeah, it's on $9.99. The original was never my favorite, one because of the puzzles and two because of the respawning enemies. But the problem with this game, with Dino Crisis, is that it's very easy to see it it's very easy to see them not putting the second game on PSN if this one doesn't so well. So it may be a case of it's one of those cases where you just kind of have to just you kind of just have to maybe buy the first one and hope that gives them enough incentive to put their second one on the store, because they might not do it if the first one doesn't sell well. So it's one of those things where you might not like the first one all that much, but you probably have to buy it if you want to see any chance of them putting the second on store, which is the one we really want. Because otherwise they're just gonna say, it's not even worth it. Yeah, they're just gonna say it's not even worth it. And then we won't see the second on PSN anytime soon. So, like it or not, we probably are gonna have to buy the first. You know, even if I don't like the first all that much, we have to buy it because that's the only way to ensure we get the other one. They can keep Dino Crisis 2 though. I mean 3, the third one. They can keep that shit. The one that was Xbox only, that thing's a piece of crap. Doesn't even feature dinosaurs. It has like mutated dinosaur or human hybrids, and it's set in space like centuries after the original game. In the second game, it's just all sorts of weird shit. Remember to wash your hands. Not to get political, but apparently whatever new cabinet members doesn't wash his hands at all. So if you're ever in the Capitol, remind yourself never to shake hands with that guy. You'll know who he is. He does not wash his hands at all. And remember how the supervillains reacted in Justice League when Flash, posing as Luthor, announced that he didn't need to wash his hands? They were horrified. So that's true evil right there. Not washing your hands, no matter when you go to the bathroom, when you eat, never washing your hands at all. That's true evil right there. That man is a freaking demon on Earth. Right, we got the mode. Nope. Food aids mental health. Yes, high fiber fruits and vegetables, whole grain foods, healthy fats including omega-3. No, highly processed snack foods, highly refined grains, red meat. Well, I'm screwed because I eat all three of the latter, so I guess I'm officially screwed. Just gonna lose my mind eventually. Oh well, it's not like it's gonna be a pleasant world left to examine anyway. You know, it's kind of dying right now. It's on its last legs, so I guess in a way, not being aware of what reality is at that point will be a blessing, because that means we don't have to. I won't realize just how fucked the Earth actually is. You know, I'll just be thinking I'm in the Metal Gear world or something, or Silent Hill world. Whereas, yes, it's bad, but it's not quite as fucked. the freaking patient demon is gonna ambush us. God damn. Of course she would ambush us too. And now he grows crawling away like the coward that he is. His only purpose is just to alert her. That's it. She's searching for us. She's not gonna find us. She can't see this far. See, we could have ambushed her right there, but the problem is that the stupid guy would get in the way. Where's the spitter? Got him. It's a lot easier to ambush her if we don't have this. If we don't have that jackass sliding all along the ground. She is searching for us, but she's not gonna find us. She's staying by the doorway, I guess. She's just patrolling the doorway, hoping for us to come this way. Wonder if we can just circle around right back over here and hit her from behind. Oh, she's facing that direction. That would be a pretty cool fate, right? Like if you were, once you lost your mind in your old age, you thought you were like in the Mushroom Kingdom or something, and you don't have to pay attention to all the bullshit that's going on Earth. God damn, looks like she got stuck a bit. Let's see if she starts spazzing out again. Here we go. Got her. Gotcha. Why do the pipes disappear? It would be a lot more realistic if they stayed there. I know it's Silent Hill and all these nurses and stuff are created from like out of thin air, but it would be a lot more realistic if the pipes did stay there. Because why would they disappear? I can understand the others, because the spitters have no weapons, the mannequin, their legs are the weapons, etc. But why would the pipes disappear for the nurses? I guess it's just one more asset they don't want to render, you know? Also, apparently I just realized this tonight. This actually is Morse code, and it's spelling out a message for James. And apparently one of them says something like again and again and again, and the other one says, "Why did you do it, James?" So could be hints to further theories, could be nothing. I mean, the one that says, "Why did you do it, James?" That's obviously, we know what that means, but the other one could just be the developers trolling you. It's kind of hard for some people to remember that developers do actually like to troll you online. And not in a mean-spirited way, like, oh, these fans are so stupid and they don't know anything. I mean, no, I mean, like, they're having fun with you. Like, when you're posting various weird theories there, you know, you're posting various theories you just came up with, they will like some post occasionally just to encourage you to talk about the game without actually believing anything you're saying, because they're the only ones who know the truth, and we pretty much know what the story of Silent Hill 2 is about. So now people are trying to find new angles to tackle the story with, and so they're thinking, oh, maybe this doesn't actually mean this, it means so and so, and they'll see a developer like a post and they'll think, oh, that must mean it's canon, that's official, it's proof that we're on the right track. And just, no, not really. Not really. They're just liking the fact that you're talking about the game, because discussing the game keeps it fresh in people's minds. It keeps it in the spotlight. The old Team Silent used to do the same thing after they disbanded, and people would ask them all sorts of questions individually on Twitter and stuff, and they would respond sometimes. At other times they would just like individual posts, but they weren't actually confirming anything. They were just liking people, you know, they were just liking seeing people discussing the game online, but that's not actually canon. That the theory that you posted is not actually canon. They just like that you're talking about the game. Trying to see what this radiograph is, the pelvis one that we need. Okay, so I think we got everything we can from this section. We're probably not going to go through this section here, through this hall, because there's probably a new enemies there. So we're going to take the long way around over here. Oh, we also gotta go visit Maria again. Keep working on that Maria ending. Let's go over here and grab those bullets. The ones we keep missing. So like, I don't want to get into it, but some lady fan posted this weird cockamamie theory about James being like a patient of this place, Brookhaven, and him being abused by, and him being secretly gay, and then being abused by like the director, and this whole bunch of shit that is just obviously made up. And apparently one of the development team members liked the post, and then she's now further convinced that she's on the right track, that the story doesn't mean what we think it means at all, that Mary and Maria aren't real in any single way, or stuff like that. And it's like, not really. They like your post mainly because they like you discussing the game. They're not actually validating your theory, because the Legacy of Kain developers used to do that too. They would like all sorts of posts. That doesn't mean they were actually confirming anything, and they would actually go on to explain themselves what certain things meant. You know, and oftentimes it contradicted completely what fans thought it meant. But yeah, when they like a post like that, they're not actually validating any theory that you have. They're just they're enjoying the fact that you're discussing the game, because that means it keeps it fresh in the spotlight. I remember people thought this game was gonna suck. Like, I slightly had faith in Bloober because I never played any of their previous games, so my opinion was untainted. This was my first Bloober game that I ever played, so I wasn't bothered by the prospect of them remaking the game at all. You know, developing the remake, that didn't bother me at all in the slightest. But it bothered a lot of people, and so I think seeing people speak positively about the game, even if it's just cockamamie theories they invented out of their ass, I think actually gives them a bit of pleasure, because now the conversation used to be, oh, Bloober team sucks so much, they don't know what they're doing, they're gonna ruin Silent Hill 2, they're gonna do a whole bunch of crap, and it's just no, they actually did the opposite. They actually revived the series, because it was on those last legs basically. Ascension was a complete joke. It was trash from what I hear, which I'm not surprised, because they were trying something completely new, basically an interactive show, so that was never gonna work out, because DC Comics learned the hard way 30 years ago what happened when you give fans too much power. When they held that vote to kill off Jason Todd, and I think they weren't thinking fans were going to choose. They gave him two options. If you vote to kill him off, you get this story, and then if you vote to spare him, you'll get an alternate story. And I think they generally thought that people were going to vote to keep him alive. I think a couple of the developers were probably, a couple of the writers were probably secretly rooting for them to kill him off, but I think everybody pretty much thought they were going to pick the option to kill him off, to keep him alive, because he's Robin, obviously. And no, they voted to kill him off so quickly. I think even DC Comics were shocked. So yeah, whenever you give fans too much power, you usually tend to regret it. You kind of tend to regret it. Let's use this key. Combine it with the box. There we go. We got White Claudia. That takes us to either La La Land or the Twilight Zone, one of the others. This will make it alright for a special time, for a special place. We're not going to use that this episode, because this playthrough, because we don't want to get that ending. We already saw it, and it's kind of weird. Okay, so we got everything we needed to get. Where is Oh yeah, we gotta go upstairs to the nurse panel. So let's take the elevator. Yes, I'm not surprised Ascension turned out to be a joke and kind of a disgrace, because one, like I said, it was a different team. It wasn't even Bloober or anyone else. It was some completely different team. And then two, they were giving fans the option to vote. But then apparently you couldn't watch like the way your vote turned out until the very end, and it's very difficult to replay the show. So it was kind of doomed from the very beginning. Just a tad bit doomed, you know. And then when you give people power like that, they're going to choose the worst possible instances. So like if you're trying to vote to keep the characters alive, well, that's not really what they're going to do. They're going to vote to kill the characters off in the most brutal ways. So, oh, I thought that was a nurse right there. That's a chair. I thought this was a leg. That a nurse was already there waiting for me. Okay, let's take a look at the memo. Here we go. So it's either 139 in one of those orders, or else let's try it. Oh wait, it's 4 digits. So wait a second. That's not right. Because you got 139 and but it's 4 digits. So how do you or is it the middle one? Is it 2680? Or is it the ones that are crossed out? Is it 4568? Yeah, which one is this? I'm trying to figure out which combination it is. Like, do we count the circles or do we count the blank spaces? Or the X's and the slash mark across that? One 1893. The problem is that 4th digit, because if it is the 3 circles, we could just brute force that, but I'm wondering what the 4th digit is. What is this obvious tic-tac-toe board? Yeah, because I don't know whether to count the circles or the X's. Oh, look at James's nail getting dirtier by the hour. Like, I assume it would be the circles, but there's one missing, so which one is it? Is it 2 or is it 8? I'm not sure. Or is it 6548? Let's try that one. Nope. It was not that. What is this code? One 389, or is it 1369? Nope. It is not it. Yeah, because I can't tell which one we're supposed to be concentrating on. Is it the circles or the X's? I'm probably gonna feel real silly once I look up that solution. It's probably very, very simple. I'm just missing it. Plus, I saw a Roombee's playthrough of this a couple days ago of this section, maybe even yesterday, and I just don't remember the solution. Because she was playing on hard puzzle difficulty too. So since she's also on that difficulty as well, I should be able to remember the safe combination, but I don't. Like, what does the tic-tac-toe marking stand for? That's what's bugging me. Because I would assume those crossed out buttons are the ones we can't use, the X's. But that still leaves a big possible combination. Is it 1396? I don't get it. I do not understand which one we're supposed to be focusing on. Because I guess those could be fingerprints also. The circles. You know, I'm gonna look this one up because yeah, I don't want to stay stuck on this puzzle all day. There's better puzzles coming up. We'll use those. Yeah, I'm looking it up because PowerPix only has the standard difficulty puzzles. It doesn't have any light, and it doesn't have any hard puzzles whatsoever. Signing up to remake. Hard. Nurse's Station. Hard nurse puzzle. Here we go. I just want to see what the thought process is. Okay, so here we go. A game of tic-tac-toe that's doomed to end in a stalemate. I just want to see the hint. Look at the line that's been drawn through the X's. I guess it's again a 9-button grid. Okay, so it's the line that draws through them. So I assume it's let's see. I haven't clicked on the spoiler hint to reveal it, but I assume it's 6, 5, 4, 7. That is not it. I thought for sure that would be the solution. That's why I didn't click on the I didn't click on the solution specifically because I thought that was it. Maybe it's 7456. There we go. Let's make sure that door doesn't open, because there is a nurse in there. Is there? Oh shit, there is. She's still in there. Okay, so we can unlock this door over here. Okay, now we got the moldy X-ray. James should not be touching that with his bare hands. That sounded like Pyramid Head approaching. Really unsettling noise. Alright, we got the treatment room note. Now we gotta go back to examination room 1 because on the first floor it's gonna be unlocked now. First, let's clean up this X-ray. There we go. Cleaned up radiograph. Oh, there's no one in here. I thought for sure there was a nurse hiding in here, even though we've been here before. I thought one might have gotten in there and was just hiding, waiting for us. Where is the elevator? Because before we go place that in the director's office, we gotta go to exam room 1. And where is examination room 1? Oh, it's over there. It's right nearby. That's why it has the arrow in it. We can go in there. In there. Yeah, I guess the nurses open up this room. Oh! Almost got me. Damn legs. I only heard it because of the noise it made. Yeah, you kick those kickboxing feet to yourself. There's the photo. At least she was there. 18. So that's almost definitely a photo that we missed in all previous 2 playthroughs. Because I do not remember going inside this room at all, so I'm pretty sure we missed all that stuff. How many bracelets do we have? Do we have the two we need? No, we have one because we still gotta get the other one from the X-ray room. Okay, let's go back upstairs. Let's go visit Maria. We haven't done that in a while. Yeah, the danger of some of these puzzles is that you can very easily wildly overthink them, which is also the danger for this type of game story-wise, that you can definitely overthink some things and lend them you know, a complex nature that they don't necessarily have. Not everything is a huge mystery in Silent Hill. You know, there are some things that are as simple as they appear to be, and it is very easy to overthink stuff and end up making up theories that makes no sense within the context of the games. She is fully asleep now. She's not even paying attention to us. God damn, look at that. I'm sure it counts in her favor, but we can't even talk to her now. She's just fully asleep. Oh well, see you, Maria. I think we've visited you enough. Maybe one more before we gotta fight the boss, but other than that, we should be fine. I don't think we need to visit her 6 or 7 times. I think 3 or 4 is enough. You get a cutscene in one. The other, she kind of makes a little comment. She gives you a little comment appreciating you being there, and then the other 2 we can just stare at her. So I think that's more than enough. I don't think we actually need to visit her a whole bunch of times. Just a few. Let's see if the accommodation is the same for the X-ray. Is it this one? Always forget this. There it is, there's the 4. Now we just had to align this one correctly. I always forget how this X-ray goes. That is not correct. So we know that one's correct because the numbers light up. But what about this one? There we go. Oh, wait a second. It, never mind. Where is that last number? There we go. God damn. 43712. Okay. That's for the combination outside. God damn, that was is it different on hard, or is that is that still the same code? Because if it is, you can obviously just cheat it at that point. There we go. Alright, James, let's look at the horror of what's lying underneath those sheets. Oh, come on, James, you've seen far worse. Filthy bracelet. Almost looks like it's broken. How can he just pick that stuff up with his bare hands? Like, god damn, at least use a cloth or something. It's not like you don't have plenty of choices. You even have sheets on the hanging from the side of the bed. You have stuff that you could use instead of just picking up with your bare hands like a savage. Well, I guess James is a savage, but still. Alright, we got both of them. We got both bracelets. Now all we have to do is just take them downstairs. There we go. 92, 45, 71. Got the storage room key. And James writes it down on the map, just in case you forget. Got the safe button. So now we gotta rearrange this puzzle over here. Let's put the fire over here. The lion's body. I like these types of puzzles. They're easy but satisfying. Obviously, the most memorable one is the one in Resident Evil Remake, with the books with the naked lady sitting on the rocks at the shoreline. That was where I first saw that type of puzzle in a video game before. Like, obviously we've all seen real life puzzles where you have to arrange this stuff, but I mean, in terms of a game, that was where I first saw it being used in an actual game. Okay, so we got the... There we go. Did he write down all the numbers? Yep, he did. So that's good, because that means you don't have to keep referring to the hints. You can just go over here and just look at your map. So it's 9-2. So it would be the triangle, the circle, and then the H. So triangle, H, and then what are the other ones? 45. So it would be the Mars symbol and the bullseye. That's what it looks like, a bullseye. So Mars symbol, like men are from Mars, women are from Venus, that ancient book. Mars symbol, the target, and then the other one is 71. So the one with the horns, the cross with the horns, and the upside down T. And here we go. There you go, bingo. Alright, you got the rooftop key. Now if you're collecting all the memos, it's important to note you have the rooftop key memo here, the safe note. It's important to get that memo because it is very easy to leave it behind. You know, you just don't realize it. Let's save over here. So always make sure to reach in the safe and then grab the memo in addition to the item that's already there, because you need the memo too. And I saw one person just completely ignore it, and they didn't even realize there was a letter sitting in the in the safe. Of course, they also didn't know that you could examine items by turning them around, so I guess they just didn't pay that close attention anyway. But still, like, you don't want to leave it behind. It's one of those items that, it's one of those memos that's very easy to miss, because if you don't go check out the safe a second time, you don't even know it's there, because the game doesn't make it super obvious, especially if you're playing in the dark. How much health do we have? Let's check. Oh, we got 42. We're fine. So the important thing about getting this memo over here and the glimpse of the past, you have to do it before you encounter Pyramid Head. If you go in and get the memo from there first, and then try to get this, you're not gonna be able to, because the cutscene cuts you off. He just throws you to the floor, so you have to get this little glimpse over here before you go inside and reach that point. It's right here. There you go. Another flashback to the past. Personally, I don't think those are really flashbacks per se. I think they're more like one, they're obviously Easter eggs for the player, but two, I think they might be more like an alternate reality. You know, like if the first Silent Hill 2 was set on Silent Hill Earth 1, then I think this is obviously Silent Hill Earth 2, because there are a lot of things here that are very different, and the town is not just going to change itself that much. You know, it's not going to change to that extent that it's going to remap the whole layout of Brookhaven Hospital and some of the places he visits, like the prison. It's going to make the prison 3 times larger than it was before. I don't think the town is quite letting that happen, so I think it's more like glimpses into an alternate world. You know, the original Silent Hill 2, rather than being glimpses of the past. You know, it's... Here we go. That's the letter from the person who was feeling suicidal. And then they felt like it was inevitable. Alright, so those are all the memos and photos in Brookhaven Hospital. We only have just one thing left, and it's the glimpse downstairs. We gotta go into room I3, but that's after Pyramid Head initiates this little cutscene here. That was a long fall. Oh, and apparently Masahiro Ito said that James's facial tics are intentional. Or people were wondering if it was like an odd glitch or something, but apparently not. Apparently it's signs that he's in a very bad mental place. You know, he's not stable, and that's why he has these odd sorts of expressions sometimes. So he did verify that it is intentional. It's not a glitch with the graphics system or the engine or anything like that. It's intentionally designed that way, to show you that he's in a very rough spot mentally, as is affecting his physical appearance, pretty much. His physical mannerisms, rather. Okay, there's no mannequin over here. I was pretty sure there was going to be one right in the corner, but apparently there isn't. Here we go. We're getting some health since we're going to fight the boss. Oh hell yeah, they give us a syringe and 2 health drinks. We open this up, so now we can actually save. So let's save over here before we go do that boss fight, just in case it proves more difficult than we anticipated, even though we're playing on light. But remember, we're also going to do him completely melee, so might be a bit of work we have to put in. Nothing in here. This one's locked, we can't go in. And finally we have this one right over here. And here's the treasure you're really searching for. That was the numbers written on the wall in blood in the original. That's that whole puzzle that says turn the numbers. There it is right there. So now we got all the glimpses. All that's left to do is just go fight the boss. Man, I almost had a few $100s on Sunday, and that son of a bitch Maverick McNeely ruined it for us on the golf. I hate that guy. After years of not doing anything and basically being a worthless bum, he finally comes through with a win. And of course, wouldn't you know it, this guy is also a billionaire heir, which means he's basically out there playing golf for fun. He doesn't even need to win or even play well to survive. If he makes a cut or not is basically meaningless to him. And this is the guy who won. But I can't really be that angry at him because one, like I had an opportunity to bet him live towards the end and I didn't take it. At least as far as I should have. I should have put like 3 times what I did on him. But then also like Nico and Luke Clanton, Nico Chavari and Luke Clanton, who were at the top, basically gave it to him by completely screwing up the last hole. You know, if you keep giving a guy chances to score and refuse to put him away, eventually he is going to score. So it's not really his fault that he won. They kind of gave it to him. Alright, time to interact with Laura here. Our own little mini demon. Yeah, they had him at one point. They had him beaten near the end and they just completely gave it to him. So like I say, you can't really blame him all that much because they had their chances to put him away, both of them, and they just completely didn't do it. And then Daniel Berger also didn't do it either. He was the other guy I had also. He had a couple chances to get 1 or 2 on McNeely and he didn't take it either. So what are you gonna do, man? Is just they just completely failed. They failed to take him down, and then eventually he just went and made a birdie on the last hole and won. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. I really like this model of James now. I even like his haircut.
Laura?
I didn't like it at first.
Eddie told me.
That big, fat blabbermouth.
Laura, why do you keep running away from me? And how do you know about Mary?
I just do. What's the big deal?
Why can't you just tell me?
You gonna yell at me if I don't?
No. I won't. Please, just... I need to know.
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Stop lying. Laura, I'm sorry.
Fine, don't believe me. See if I care.
Hey!
Let go.
I'm sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Look, just stay with me, okay? This is no place for a kid.
Fine.
Yeah, at the beginning I thought it was a bit of a stupid haircut, but no, I actually kind of like it.
It's important.
What is it?
A letter. For Mary.
What?
I hid it. In there.
That's an obvious trick, man. That's an obvious trick. I don't know how you don't recognize it. Looks like he's never been around children before. Yeah, I completely dig this version of James. He's become my favorite so far. I like how he tries to be a bit more patient with her than the original James. He was kind of like halfway freaking out through half of their conversations.
It's in the back. Behind an old pipe.
I like how this one tries to restrain himself a bit, even though he still has a bit of a temper problem, you know.
Laura?
Haha!
Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Do ya?
Laura, open this door right now.
What's the magic word?
Laura!
Nope, that's not it. I guess I won't open it.
Get me out of here, you rat!
In your dreams, fart face.
Laura, please open the door. There's something in here.
Sure there is. A big lying fart face. See a fart face?
Laura! Laura!
Laura's a little brat. Alright, here he comes. Time to put a whooping on this thing with our trusty pipe. Yeah, you don't scare me, flesh lip. So some people wonder what would have happened if she had stayed behind, if she would have just seen him, you know, swinging at empty air, like one person said, you know, if she wouldn't have seen anything except him acting crazy. I don't think so. I think what would have happened is it wouldn't have spawned. I think they only spawn as long as he's alone, because she's only a child, so the town doesn't want to put her in danger yet. She hasn't done anything yet. Now if she does later, that'll change, but right now she hasn't done anything. So I think that's why you notice right there in the corridor, the town didn't really manifest anything for him. So I think that's what would have happened if she had just stayed there while he was pounding on the door. She wouldn't have seen anything. You can see it was slowly starting to grow. It didn't really grow fully until she left. With that handy insult too. I guess that's the best Laura can think of. Even though it makes no sense. That insult makes no sense whatsoever. I guess she's calling him old, but still. But yeah, I think the answer is they just don't manifest as long as he's with somebody. Angela being the only exception, when he kind of walks in on her own other world, and that's when he gets into trouble. But when he's with Eddie, with Laura, etc., they don't manifest because they're not a part of his journey. The town isn't judging them, or it's handling them separately. So since he has no need to pass judgment on her, it doesn't manifest any creatures. So she wouldn't see him swinging at empty air. She would, god damn, she would just wouldn't see anything, period. Yeah, she just wouldn't see anything. The town would wait until he was completely alone to actually manifest something. Hell yeah. Because obviously the thing is, sorry to keep pausing it, but the thing is, we know these are not hallucinations like some people think. Like, if there were hallucinations, they wouldn't be able to harm him whatsoever. You know, a hallucination can't kill you. You know, it can inflict physical damage on you. It can't cut off your arm or anything like that. So these are not hallucinations. And you saw it in the note from the guy outside the trailer, that even though he says, I think he said like his friend saw something different, didn't see anything at all, at the same time he still got killed. So it still killed him. I mean, literally physically killed him. So it's not a hallucination, it's something else. But the thing is, they only spawn, I think, when you're alone, or if you're in the presence of maybe someone who's also being judged, like Angela, and that's when the abstract daddy monster spawns on her. But at the same time, like I said, even though they don't see the things the same, there is something there. I've always thought they're basically like spirits or something that get, what would be the word, like transmogrified into all those different shapes, because it's not just empty air. If it were, they wouldn't be able to harm him. The fact that it can actually kill him, you know, and Pyramid Head can kill Maria and so forth, like, it's just like there are physical constructs. It's just that they don't show up except when he's alone, because that's the ideal place for them to attack, you know. God damn. Because think about it, if he got attacked while he was with Laura, his concern would immediately shift over to her. And obviously Laura would panic if there's something invisible attacking him and scraping pieces off of him and stuff like that, throwing him against the floor. Like, obviously she would panic if she saw that. But from his perspective, he's not going to stay focused. His concern is going to shift towards protecting her. So it's going to take away the whole purpose of why he's even in the town in the first place. So like, they're smarter than that. It's just not going to spawn until he's fully alone or with Maria. You know? That's when the town unleashes his monsters. It has to be the ideal right circumstances, otherwise it's a no-go. Like when he's with Eddie, it doesn't spawn because one, Eddie is already, god damn it, Eddie is already a danger to him, and two, Eddie's on his own little journey, so there's no need, you know. It's enough that they intersect and cross paths. The town doesn't need to spawn monsters on both of them. You know, it's not necessary for Eddie and James to see the same monsters at the same time. That's not how it works. But the fact that they can literally kill him is what tells you that it's not a hallucination. It's not inside his head. It's an actual physical presence there. It's an entity. It's just not a human one. Ooh. Take it down, James. Take it down. Also, the thing is, they're able to kill Heather too. Really? It doesn't attack with as much frequency here, I'm noticing, as it does in the other... God damn it. As it does in the other two modes. Oh, he's dead. Already. That wasn't too bad. I thought we were going to use up a lot more health than we did. I thought we were going to use up way more health than we did. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, so there are rules to the way the monsters manifest and all that stuff, you know. It's not just random chance. And it's not all just put together randomly by the town. There is an actual thought process behind it. Even though it's not a human thought process, but it's still there. You know, there is an actual method to the madness there. Which makes me wonder, what does Eddie see besides that one guy chasing him over and over again? Does he also see monsters? Because well, yeah, he did mention them to Laura. So he sees something, but we don't know what they are. He sees something besides the guy chasing him. We just don't know what they are yet. And we saw it in the original where he said, I saw some, but I did see some weird looking monsters around. So I ran in here. Those are his exact words. So he does see something. It's not just the guy chasing him over and over again.
James.
Which makes sense, because if he was teased and tormented his whole life, if he was bullied like that, then obviously he would think of the people around him as monsters, and so he would definitely see some monsters. But yeah, what I was saying about Heather was obviously they can kill her too in Silent Hill 3, because if you notice on some of the death scenes, what we see is Valtiel dragging away her body. Now if it were just a hallucination, that wouldn't be necessary at all, because they couldn't harm her. Especially considering, you know, she's the mother of God, the cult's god. So technically, you know, if they were just hallucination, they shouldn't be able to harm her at all, because she has some innate power inside her already. The fact that they can't actually harm her and kill her, and Valtiel has to drag her off and resurrect her all over again, shows that there are actual physical creatures that are capable of inflicting damage on you. They're not just you know, empty air hallucinations. They're called manifestations for a reason, because they manifest in the world inside Silent Hill. So it's not a hallucination. Like those things are actually standing there. The difference is that depending on who you're with, or depending on your point of view, you might see them differently. You know, Angela sees something different, like her father. Eddie sees something different, like monsters or his schoolyard tormentors and abusers. And then of course James sees the regular monsters, but they're all reacting to something that is physically there. Because even here, when he gets ambushed by Angela's father, basically, and he's struggling to push it off, you can see he grasps onto the sides of the table, and he's physically trying to push it back, and he can't. So there is something, actual concrete force there. It's just not the same in terms of what they see. Angela's looking at it and she's seeing one thing. She's seeing her father. James is looking at it. He's seeing this completely twisted monster. But the thing is, there is an actual force there, because if there weren't, he wouldn't have anything to push against. You know, he'd be pushing against empty air. That doesn't make sense. And it will not be able to destroy the environment the way it does, where it just tears down whole blocks of the labyrinth. You know, that apartment building hallway, that hallway section, it just tears it apart. So, like I say, you might not see it the way Angela does, but there is something there. That's why I choose to believe that my favorite pet theory is that they're basically like spirits. Remember that the town was called the place of the silent spirits. So that's what in my opinion it is. It's basically like a bunch of spirits that just take the shape of different things. You know, they assume different shapes depending on what the trauma of the person in the town, you know, is. Depending on what the trauma is, they look different every time. But there is an actual concrete entity there. You just can't see it sometimes. But that's just my speculation. What do I know? That's just the way I choose to approach it in my fix, and whenever I debate with fans and stuff like that, I choose to take the approach that it is kind of just spirits that are settling in the town. You know, they're settled deep in the town, they inhabit the town, then they change shapes depending on what the person is dealing with. Your mind makes it real, but at the same time, it's not just empty air. There is something actually there physically attacking you. So we're gonna save. I can tell this is gonna be a long playthrough since we're gathering every single memo, photo, and glimpse. So we're at 9 hours, 18 minutes. We haven't even left the hospital yet. We're still in the Otherworld hospital, but there we go. We got our first memo here. Alright, so we got a fair amount of progress done. This one, we finally made it back to the Otherworld hospital. We got our first memo here. There's a couple of pictures and memos and glimpses of the past in this section, so we're gonna have to go after those next time. I was discussing this during my Silent Hill 3 video, but this is definitely becoming one of my favorite Silent Hill games to play by far. I think I actually like it even more than the original, because the original has an awesome soundtrack and some awesome settings, but in terms of playing it, it's not really that great so much. You know, like you don't really play it to play the gameplay. You play it just to see the story again and listen to the music mainly. Even the places, the settings, as nice as they are and as well rendered as they are, you don't really play them sometimes just to go back to those places. You play it to experience the story again, and the voice acting, however odd it is and stilted, and by far the fabulous music that is present in all the areas, that's what you play the game for. Oh, there was some Unreal Engine 5 stuttering right there. Apparently that's an issue with all the games developed in Unreal Engine 5, so that's something developers have to solve on their own. I don't think the company that developed the engine is going to do it for them. But yeah, you mainly played the original Silent Hill 2, or at least I mainly play it for the story and by far the superior soundtrack. But this one actually, I like going into the places, exploring them. You know, they're pretty well detailed, they're pretty well made, they are a bit lengthy, but once you get used to them, they're very fun to play. So I do actually like going and playing this here, with the added benefit that it still has the great story and it still has a pretty decent soundtrack. You know, some tracks are changed, some tracks are remixed, but it's still overall pretty great. So this is actually becoming my second favorite Silent Hill to play, because right now 3 is still number 1. I think that will always remain number 1. I just love that game. But then for a while it was 2 and 1 in second and third spots, and then also for a while they would switch. So like I would have Silent Hill 1 in the second spot, Silent Hill 2 in the third spot, etc. I think this one firmly takes the second place spot away from both of those games. So right now my favorite as it is Silent Hill 3, Silent Hill 2 Remake, Silent Hill 2, and then Silent Hill 1, just because I haven't been able to play 1. So until I can actually get back to it and manage to play the damn thing, I can't really assess how I feel about it currently. Obviously I love the concept because I keep using it in fanfics over and over again, but as far as actually playing it, I haven't been able to play it in like a couple years at least. So, you know, I gotta go back and do that eventually, but right now this is definitely my second favorite of the series by far. It is easily one of the best survival horror games I've ever played, and by far one of the best Silent Hill games I've ever played. Is it the best? No, obviously. Like I said, this list is not in terms of quality. This list in terms of my favorite to play, and that would be Free, the remake of 2, Silent Hill 2 remake, Silent Hill 2, and then Silent Hill 1. And then either Origins or 4 after that. Probably Origins and then 4. Those are the 6 that I consider to be decent games at a minimum. And then from there on in, it's just the rest of them are pretty forgettable. With the exception of Shattered Memories, also incredible soundtrack. That thing rocks. But other than that, they're pretty forgettable games for the most part. Homecoming, Downpour, Shattered Memories, stuff like that. I don't bother with them. But yeah, like I said, so is the remake the equal of the second game in terms of the overall package? No, obviously not. You know, that one has a legendary reputation that would be pretty tough to uproot. And obviously the whole reason the remake exists in the first place is because of Silent Hill 2. But in terms of actually playing through that story and playing through the settings and the game, stuff like that, this is actually becoming quickly my second favorite after 2. I mean, after Silent Hill 3. I don't think it's ever gonna knock out Silent Hill 3 from the first place spot. Not even if they do the Born from a Wish DLC and they do an excellent job on it. Even then, it still won't dethrone Silent Hill 3. But right now, it's sitting pretty good. And as far as remakes, it's definitely on my top 3. It's definitely Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2 remake, and then this. Those are the 3 that I feel have actually shown the gaming world a pretty clear example of what you have to do with a remake. If you're doing a one-to-one remake, Resident Evil 1 remake is your guide. And if you're doing a re-envisioning or reimagining of this scenario with some differences and improved gameplay, Silent Hill 2 and Resident Evil 2 remakes are your guide for that. So you've got guides that are pretty damn great for both remake scenarios if you want them, you know. There's no reason to be pumping out a Twin Snakes anymore. I get that was the case back then, back in like 2004, whenever, because they hadn't really done a lot of video game remakes back then. So I get that people were struggling with how to do them properly, but nowadays they should know better. You've got 3 great games right there that are giving you a clear example and a very clear guide on how to approach remakes from either direction. If you want to go one-to-one with just some minor improvements and a graphical overhaul, you go the route of Resident Evil 1 remake. If you want to reimagine the scenarios and update them for modern times, you go the route of Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 2 remake and Silent Hill 2 remake. I guess Resident Evil 4 remake would also count, but that game has some serious problems. And also, I've never been a huge fan of 4 to begin with, so as much as I like that game, it's still not one of my top 3 favorites, but this one definitely is. So yeah, there you go. Not just any teams working on Silent Hill games or Resident Evil games, just any developers in general should have a clear example of how to do remakes properly by now, because these 3 games have managed it pretty beautifully and they've definitely upped the ante for everyone else. So hopefully, if we have to ride the remake trend, because it's not going anywhere anytime soon, we'll keep getting more classic good remakes like this. Hopefully that's the thought. That's the hope anyway, that we actually get more decent games like this. I would love to see, not even just for Silent Hill, but maybe in stuff like Legacy of Kain. I know a lot of people want a Soul Reaver remake because newsflash, half of the content for that game was cut before release, so obviously people want to see it in motion. And that's a good that's as good excuse as any to update the graphics for the game. But yeah, stuff like this. Obviously the Splinter Cell remake that's supposed to come out, they say it might be dead, but you never know. The Max Payne remakes 1 and 2. So yeah, hopefully we get a lot more decent remakes like this in the future. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. I will see you again next time on Silent Hill 2 Remake on the PS5. See you later, everyone.